show up to the shop and I go in there and I'm like, all right, I'm here, man. I'm like, yo, what's up? You got me next? And he's like, he just looks at me. He's sitting in the chair and he just looks at me and goes, no, you know, I don't work like that, man. You gotta hit the appointment on the app. And I'm like, hit the appointment on the app? I'm like, are you serious, brother? He's like, yeah.
So Barbers is charging $75 now for a haircut. My barber wasn't there, so I walked in, tried to get a new barber for the day. He said, I got you $75. Bye. Are you crazy? Who's paying $75 for a haircut? You let me know if you pay $75 for a haircut. This is why my shit looks like this. All right? Because I'd rather go with the Castaway, Wilson, than like pay $75. That joint don't come with no car. It don't come with no bitches. It's just $75 for you to give me a fade. I'm going to try to learn how to cut because there's no way. How you supposed to survive if groceries is this, Barbers is paying that? I mean, come on, son. Come on, bro. Please, man. Help me out here. Who's a barber?
Save your tears, baby.
Welcome to another episode. I think this is like episode 7. Welcome to another episode of Night Vision Conversation. The vision is real YouTube channel. Thank y'all for pulling up with me. What's going on out there? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? We coming up on spring. We coming up on spring break. I'm here in Houston is the hot spot this year because y'all, them folks done ran y'all off out of Fort Lauderdale and out of Miami. So it looks like Houston is going to be bussing this year. But what else going on in the news? You know, that guy in that big White House, that guy in that big house got y'all all riled up. He got y'all all riled up. Y'all need to calm it down, keep it cool, and keep y'all faith in the man upstairs. It's going to be all right. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. Anyway, like I said, thanks for pulling up with me. I got like a good topic that I want to kind of touch on that's been kind of circulating in pop culture, and it's also been kind of circulating in the community as well. And this is one of those topics that is kind of personal to me, obviously, because I'm a man. I'm a black man. I come from, that school and that era that this particular topic means, a great deal to me. And, if you're from around the way, it means a great deal to anybody. So it's been coming up a lot and it's been brewing for like a long time. But I think recently, especially coming off the, the height of the COVID years, it's made like a bigger impact on pop culture, let alone a community. So one of the things that I want to get into tonight is the downfall of the urban barbershop. Yep. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear from the barbers on this one. So yeah, this one is the downfall of the urban barbershop. What happened to the barbershops, man? This used to be the hood country club. You know what I'm saying? It was the black man's country club. If I may borrow, that line from that Ice Cube movie, Barbershop. The barbershop was like a big deal, man. Like if you from around the way, if you whatever hood here in America, if you from the hood, the ghetto, around the way, like you already know what the barbershop means. That's like going to the barbershop and getting your first cut is a coming of age tale for young boys. Whether you go in there by yourself for the first time as like a young teen, or a lot, majority of the time, your dad or your father, your uncle, your older brother is taking you there for the first time. It's like a really, really big deal. And I still remember my first cut. For a long time, my dad would cut my hair, but he wasn't like no artist. He wasn't no haircutter. He'd just take it down to like a baldy. You know what I mean? But somewhere around like 12, 13 years old, I got my first major fade. And I'll never forget it. It was this dude, this was East New York, Brooklyn. And he lived around my grandmother's way at the time. It was this Jamaican cat named Junior. And my mom's, for some reason that day, she's like, you know what, Easter coming up, we're gonna get y'all some great haircuts. We're gonna get y'all haircuts. We're gonna get y'all your first haircuts, full professional haircuts. So we went over there And he laced me up, man, and he gave me my first fade, and I still to this day remember that haircut. I'm almost 50 years old, and I got that haircut around 13 years old, and I still remember how it made me feel. I still remember how it made me look, and I'll never forget it. That's how important, getting your first cut in a barbershop and connecting with a barber is for kids from around the way. But I don't know, man, like what's going with the barbers? A lot's changed. Y'all charging people crazy amounts of money for a cut. Y'all are y'all acting divas out. Y'all acting like divas out there. Y'all think y'all beauty, y'all beauticians. It's some crazy stuff going on. I kind of saw this coming. Quick story. Everything that's going on with barbers right now, I saw it coming. I'm one of those, when it comes to trends and when it comes to pop culture, I've always been one of those people who just kind of see it coming before it happens. And I'll never forget it. It was 2009 and I needed a haircut. And this is around the time when my hair, as you can see, I'm bald. This is around the time when my hair started thinning, but I still had enough to get a haircut that I wasn't trying too hard. So I went to get a haircut. I was dealing with this one barber for a while because I had just moved to Florida. So I was still kind of on a search to find the right barber. And I kind of got to this one Jamaican dude. He was real good. And he had been cutting my hair he had cut my hair a few times. But this one particular time I went to him, I didn't call him ahead of times or nothing. I usually do, even before they, became divas. I would always kind of, text ahead, call ahead to let them know I'm coming. But this particular time I didn't. I just kind of showed up at his shop. He was not cutting anybody's hair. And it wasn't his shop. He just was he was renting a booth he was renting a chair or renting a booth, as they, whatever y'all say. So this wasn't his shop. So I show up to the shop and I go in there and I'm like, all right, I'm here, man. I'm like, yo, what's up? Got me next? And he's like, he just looks at me. He's sitting in the chair and he just looks at me and goes, no, I don't work like that, man. You gotta hit the appointment on your app. And I'm like, hit the appointment on the app? I'm like, are you serious, brother? He's like, yeah, man, that's just how it's gonna be from going forward. And from there, I just told him, I was like, you know what, I'm good. I catch you next time. I walked out of there. I never went back to him again. I ended up going nearby to like a local Dominican place just as a walk-in, and they took me and laced me up just fine. We'll get to the Dominicans a little later. But that was one of those telltale signs that I saw it coming. Because I'm like, bro, because in my head, I'm like, oh, you rich? This not even your shop. So you rich to turn away foot traffic. You rich to turn away a walk-in. Okay, you good. That's all good. I just walked away, man, and I never went back to that dude again. I ended up running into him around town. I seen him a couple times. We didn't speak or whatever, but I never went back. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good on that. But it's kind of crazy, man, because the barbers have changed a lot. I'm hearing the barbers complaining that their prices have hiked, and the crazy part about it is, just to give y'all some quick stats, is the barber industry makes a lot of money. In 2025, they made about $7 billion, and it's only projected to go up from there. But that's not included. That doesn't account for their profit margins, because once they pay rent, supplies, this, that, booth rent, once it gets from profit to their pockets, that's where they're kind of like not making a whole lot of money. And I know a lot of these barbers got real diva, especially around 2020 COVID time, where it was just they went the mobile route. And there's a big thing being celebrity hair cutters, and I get that. Hey man, like if the elite and the celebrities and the ballers and the rappers want to pay y'all all this money to cut their hair, cool. But this barber thing is from around the way. Y'all from around the way, and y'all know it. Y'all know that. Y'all from around the way. These, like, getting a haircut is still an average man, an average guy type of thing. So the fact that I'm running across prices where I'm hearing prices where y'all charging dudes $50 per cut, $75 a cut, $100 a cut, $125 a cut. And this is for basic fade and maybe a beard trim. I'm not even talking about, once you getting into like waxing dudes' faces and giving them basic facials and all that, along with their haircut and doing all types of Beijing nonsense. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about basic cuts. If you want to charge all that because you're doing all that, I kind of understand it. I kind of get it. But I'm talking basic cuts. I'm bald, obviously, but one of the, every once in a while, maybe once or twice a year, I'll go into a shop just to get, pampered, get like a hot shave, get like a straight razor shave. And one of the last times I went into a barbershop was like last January, 2025. And this was around here in Houston. I went to the shop. I'm like, how much for a baldy? And as you can see my face, I don't got like a whole lot of beard stuff going on, just like a little goatee. And he was like $50. I'm like,
I let it go for about $40.
$40?
I'm like, $50? He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, you just giving me a baldy, $50? He's like, yeah, man, that's just the price. I'm like, you know what? Once again, fast forward from 2009, 2010 to 2025. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I just walked out of there and went and cut my own hair. I don't know where y'all came up with these prices. I don't believe y'all when y'all say, oh, it's just the industry has just gotten that expensive. Everything goes up. Bro, we see the prices for supplies. We see the same stuff y'all see on Amazon. I go with, my peoples when they go to, beauty shops. I see the prices of supplies. Y'all can get cheap supplies off Amazon. You can, and I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do. I'm not an artist. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do, but we live in an information age. So what y'all see, we see. So with that whole thing, when it comes to barbers, everything goes up. So we got to go up too. Y'all tripping, dog. Y'all working against yourselves right now. And the ones with all the fancy barbershops with screens and TVs and games, none of that's new. I remember that stuff from the 90s. It wasn't in abundance like it is now, like cities like Atlanta and here in Houston. But I remember dudes back in the 90s was still, had like dope shops like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing really new. I don't think y'all get it. I think a lot of y'all have moved away from it. One of the poorest excuses is, oh, you don't hear the women complaining about all the money they got to pay to get their hair done, and all the money they pay for to buy hair and get that installed into the hair. So once again, we back to men comparing themselves to women. Why do we keep coming back here? The women gonna do what they do, and they're gonna do how they need it to be done. We need to stop doing that. Y'all men nowadays need to stop comparing y'all plights to women. Just because women pay exorbitant fees and amounts to get their hair done, that don't mean y'all barbers can do the same thing to men. It's different. It's different. And y'all know that. Y'all know this. So it's like, why y'all tripping? Y'all know what the barbershop means to men. This whole barber thing, there's something about a man getting a haircut that just makes him feel, good, makes him feel better about his image, makes him feel better about himself. Dudes feel better before they go on a job interview. Once they got a haircut, they make themselves feel better about, I'm look good, I'm presented well, I'm gonna land this job. It all starts with the haircut. Like I said earlier, man, that classic line from the movie Barbershop. This used to be the hood country club, and it's like y'all took that away. Y'all took that away from us. Y'all took that away from like the average dude out here. And there is an argument that could be made that yes, things go up. But when I was a kid, haircuts started out as $5. Do I expect y'all to still, charge $5? Obviously not. The last time I paid for, like, when I actually had hair, the last time I paid for a haircut was about $25, like $25 around there. And that didn't include tip. Or maybe it did. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But the prices y'all charging nowadays as $50 for a basic cut, and y'all think that's cool? Nah, man. Y'all tripping. And y'all really need to get y'all act together. I don't see this getting better. Outside of the barbers that have been working for 15, 20 years, and they've built a clientele based on their personalities, I see them kind of working it out. Maybe they can bump it up to $35-$40, maybe even $50 if they throwing in some extra stuff in there. But that's another thing. A lot of y'all barbers nowadays don't get it. If y'all want dudes to pay those types of prices, it's not going to be about the aesthetics of the barbershop. It's not going to be about these overly fancy ass clippers y'all using. It's going to be y'all personalities.
You get up in the barbershop, you lack the confidence, don't have that energy about you. Some people just don't supposed to be barbers. You need to be inside of a truck, on the road. You can ride in that truck around the country, and you're in the truck by yourself and ain't nobody talking to you. Just by yourself, you get to be an introvert. A lot of y'all introverts, and you don't need to be a barber. It don't go with your personality. It don't go with your lifestyle. You're forcing it.
I remember this, again, I pay attention to trends. So I remember there was a while where I was running into like a lot of barbers that, and we all heard the stories, barbers talking too much. Barbers just want to talk to their other homeboys in the barbershop. Barbers stopping your hair to walk out and get lunch and do all this weird stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of barbers out there that y'all don't need to be barbers because y'all don't got the personality for it. If you have to pay, like, once you start getting into those types of prices, it's not just about aesthetic anymore. This is just marketing and business. The person wants to buy into you. You can't be an introvert and be a barber. You can't want to charge somebody between $50 and $100 and $125 and you just cut his hair and you just silent the entire time. Now, if the customer wants to be silent and you trying to engage and he don't want to engage, cool. But there's a lot of y'all out there, especially nowadays, and I know technology has a lot to do with this. There's a lot of y'all out there who don't need to be barbers because y'all just don't have the personality for it. Y'all don't, the barbers that I think this is working for, where they're able to pay those types of prices, is because they got the personality for it. So the person is coming to spend money on that experience and then building a relationship with that barber. You know what I mean? So that was one of the things that I kind of wanted to, touch on. One of the things that I want to touch on that I think a lot of dudes is telling me out there, who the barbers that still kind of holding steady, are Dominican barbers. I want to give a shout out to all my Latin barbers, all my Dominican barbers. Y'all still holding it down. Y'all still charging fair prices. And I know there's other barbers hating on y'all, like, oh, y'all diminishing the field, y'all diminishing the industry. I don't think so at all. Shout out to my Dominican barbers. I still remember my first cut from a Dominican barber.
How we doing it? I'm gonna get the fade, and you can take some off the top. I like the music. You know what they saying?
Jam though, right?
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish, but you know what I mean.
You don't speak Spanish?
Nah.
12 seconds later.
Good.
Hey, eso, manito, pero eso es heavy. Demasiado.
Bruh. Dominican now?
Oh, I don't speak English, my friend. Only Spanish.
Oh, that's crazy.
Only Spanish.
You was just American like 10 minutes ago, bro.
No, ahora soy dominicano, loco. Yo no hablo inglés. What happened, man? You don't speak Spanish. Claro que sí. Mira la bandera. Estamos aquí activos.
Yo que estoy de la capital. Yo tengo que decir la capital.
Sí, sí.
Oye, eso que decir de Chuy, de capital.
Ajá. Soy de la capital. De repente no entiendo inglés, ni hablo inglés. No sé qué es lo que está pasando, pero ya tú sabes, mi gente. Es mentira.
A Dominican barber is the first barber who gave me a design on my haircut. I never forget. This was Big Al's Barbershop in Coney Island. And I went out there, I forget the barber's name, but I know he was Dominican. And I went out there, got my haircut. He gave me this crazy design in the back of my head. And I walked out of there, looked at it, I was like, oh man, this is dope. So shout out to my Dominican barbers. It seems like y'all out of balance right now between all this bullshit going on in the barber industry. So shout out to my Dominican barbers for keeping the prices fair, keeping the customers happy, and remembering that this is still primarily a relationship business. You know what I'm saying? So I also want to shout out all the OG barbers out there. Like I said, there's a lot of OG pop type of barbers out there who still holding it down, who still charging fair prices around the way. If y'all see those type of barber shops and you see them, you know it when you see it. Like go in there and give those OGs your business. I think it's a lot of those OGs who are keeping those fair prices, even if they bump their prices up a little bit. Dudes are willing to spend money there because they buying into that OG or that unc's personality. And we already know how the OGs and the pops and the uncs out here, their personalities is second to none. So shout out to them too, man. But I didn't want to spend too much time on this, man. This is a topic that's been, kind of on my mind for like a really, really long time. And it's one of those things that's like really, really disappointing to me because like, what is y'all doing? It's like, if I just want to say, I can speak on this and I can speak directly to barbers because I'm around the way. I'm from around the way. I grew up in the hood. Barbershop, I know what the barbershop meant to a lot of us growing up, especially coming out of the 80s and 90s. I want to send a message to y'all barbers, man. Get it together, bro. Get it together. Again, people coming to y'all to buy into the relationship. People coming to y'all because they buying into how you going to make them feel after the cut. And again, I get it. We in different times. Y'all going to cut celebrity haircuts and y'all going to, do all this fancy type of stuff. And if they throwing that money to y'all, cool. But if when the average man, just the average working person is coming in there to get his cut, don't overcharge him, man. Like y'all looking at the average person and just y'all feel good about just straight up saying, because y'all saying it without blinking, $50 off top, $75, $100. This is like average people prices, and stop comparing y'all to the women. I can't stress this enough. Stop comparing y'all to what the women are spending on their beauticians. We are separate. Y'all need to get away from that. That's what I wanted to kind of address tonight, man. I didn't want to go too far and too deep on this particular topic, but I really, really hope that there's some type of levity and some type of balance that the barbers and the barber industry can find with like the average dude out here again. You know what I mean? So I don't want to go in on y'all too much. I just hope that y'all get this is from a place of love and from a place of I've been there and I'm from that time period and area where I know what the barbershop means to the community. So that's it. I want to keep it real brief, keep it real short as I can. I know the attention spans is real short nowadays, so us long formers be trying to keep it short. Like, share, subscribe, tap in as usual. Thanks for showing us love. Thanks for showing us support. We really appreciate it. And we will see y'all next time.
You must be out of your goddamn mind. Joe Louis, the greatest boxer ever lived. I'll be with you boys in a minute. He was bad in Captain Clay. He bad in Sugar Ray. He bad in that. Who that? The new boy had. Mike Tyson looked like a bulldog. He bad in him too. He done whipped Mike Tyson's ass. He whipped all their asses.
What about Rocky Marciano?
Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's they one. That's they one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit.
He beat Joe Louis's ass.
That's right, he did whoop Joe Louis' ass. Joe Louis was 75 years old when they fought. I don't know how old he was, but he got his ass whooped. Joe Louis had come out of retirement to fight Rocky Marciano. The man was 76 years old. Joe Louis always lied about his age. He lied about his age all the time. One time, Frank Sinatra comes out here and sat down in this chair. And I said, Frank, you hang out with Joe Louis. Just between me and you, how old is Joe Louis? You know what Frank told me? He said, hey, Joe Louis 137 years old. 137 years old.
Oh, man, you ain't never meet no Frank Sinatra.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck you! Who's next?
Save your tears, baby.